Peace, love, and light. It's your galactical goddess, Kösmïc Khamïllïon. Once again, let me see if I can get this to pose a little bit differently. We'll do it like this. So, I'm back. I'm free flowing again. You know, I like to just flow. You know, I've always been the type of person. I don't know whether it has something to do with my zodiac or whatever it has something to do with. I just like to free flow. I just like to be able to not feel constricted and not feel bound down by unrealistic or whatever realistic expectations. I feel like the one thing that we have forgot to honor is us honoring our own self and us honoring our desire to feel free, be free. And I know from looking inside myself, I discovered that we've been desensitized emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, so much so that we've disconnected from our true self. You know, you used to wake up, I'm from Chicago, so that'll be a day, you know, we'll have a whole day for that thing. I'm gonna need a few therapists on here to assist me through the process. But, you know, growing up in Chicago, you know, as a little girl, you know, the chaos was true, was real true. And, surrounding me. But I do, you know, recall being a child and finding that type of life, finding that fast death. It's crazy. Finding that death and that murder, finding that on some level exhilarating, you know, and it's beauty in the struggle. It's beauty in it because throughout all that, that death or that or life, you know, it's all about perspective. That's a whole nother day. But through all that experience, you realize, you know, it's important for you to be so much more so grateful for even being able to still be alive through all those extremities and extreme emotional afflictions, you know, that are going on around you. It gives you a sense of, I'm trying to figure out the right word. It gives you a sense of look at that he wanted to get into. It gives you a sense of appreciation. Strange, you know, fast, you know, subconsciously I think it happens. Anytime you're around a lot of death and violence and despicable, you know, offenses to human souls, you have no choice in order to survive mentally, emotionally, spiritually, balance that shit all out. You have no choice but to appreciate, you know, depending on who you are, you know, because a lot of times I've seen people get consumed by that energy and become it. And that happens when we don't get not only proper nurturing and as children, but it also happens when we lose our sense of self because, you know, external things are afflicting us. You know, so, you know, that's a whole struggle. You know, it's black, it's white, it's Asian. We're all experiencing those on certain levels. I can say certain people have been put in better situations to obtain wealth, but at the end of the day, we all got to get out here. We all came here with purposes that we have all $1 billion ideas in our mind. I've had, you know, made over $500,000 before, which you and me was both surprised. But, you know, the truth of the matter is, I lacked a lot of happiness and a lot of peace. So you can get the money, you can get the physical money, but will you have peace of mind? You know, are you selling your soul? I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. It is no judge on this end because I mean, I've sold my souls on different levels, different, you know, we're multidimensional beings. So we sometimes do things that may be conflicting, and it's not even to judge. It just is, because it's up to us individually to honor that inner self and to respect our inner soul and not expect other people to, you know, to even see or validate that. Now, it is beautiful when you reach the vibrational frequency, when your tribe is around you, you know, and all this, that's a beautiful thing. You know, that is amazing. But even if, you know, you don't have that support system, it still is important for you know, I've been in both places. It's important for you to recognize that you loving yourself is the only utmost important self-preservation thing that you need to do. And when I say loving yourself, like I said, let me spit. We are multi-dimensional beings, meaning emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And this is what I do in the morning. I wake up, I go stretch a little bit on the lawn, I do a little bit of yoga, you know, remix, chill, whatever. Drink my tea. And so it's important for us to recognize we're multi-dimensional beings. We, in order to cultivate wellness, because I'm working on not saying healed anymore, because we already fucking healed. We've been conditioned to always think so negative, the worst thing we can think about about ourselves. We've been trained to do so automatically. So me saying that I'm healing, I'm working on rearranging those words because I'm already healed. I'm cultivating wellness. You know, we're going from spiritually, multidimensionally. I'm into astrology, all that other stuff, but that's a whole nother day. You know, I just want to break it down because people say I sometimes be putting too many big words with shit. I ain't trying to be nobody, but I mean, I just be trying to understand it for myself, you know, and that's what it's about. And so healing, cultivating wellness, it's about practice. It's about not being too hard on yourself. It's about nurturing your inner child. Go back to when you were young again. You know, just waking up in Chicago, you know, I survived another day. Oh, you know, I thrived another day. You know, it felt so good to wake up on them summer mornings. My mama done went to work. My brother, he ain't goddamn trying to kill me today. That's a whole nother day. But the truth of the matter is, it felt so good to just wake up and smell the grass and know I'm about to play and eat candy. You know, candy is not all the way, that's not the best, but we got some alternative delicious solutions, you know, but that's a whole nother channel. So healing yourself holistically has everything to do with how you think, most importantly, people you hang around, your upbringing, you know, being able to reflect on your past, being able to be in the present, most importantly, and be grateful. And, you know, sometimes I was torn between being on here, you know, but on one level, for sure, it's therapeutic, and I'm open to trying anything to be greater. I just, you know, I'm creative, so I think this is an aspect of my creativity. Long as I can come at it and be free and flow when I need and feel, that's all that I have set my standard, my priority for. And when I get the calling that this probably needs to be a more full-time, you know, gig, I'ma definitely consult, you know, my angels, my ancestors, my spirit guides, because I don't think we're meant to do anything like severely routine. I feel like it stagnates our creative process. I feel like we come here to flow, and God, the universe, Jesus, whoever you choose to believe in, wants to give us the best. Allah, Buddha, you know, the green grass, the bees, the trees, whatever. I feel like God, you know, the Most High Source is so abundant, it's so amazing that it just wants us to give. It just wants to give us, and it wants us to receive the best thing from the highest realm of appreciation, abundance, and gratefulness. And in order to even be at a place where you can hear that or receive that, you have to be at a place where you're nurturing your inner child and you're loving yourself. You're not allowing too many emotions or lower vibrational energies or frequencies to consume your peace and your happiness and your gratefulness. And that gratefulness, oh my God, that gratefulness, man, let's have a moment of silence for gratefulness. Kept me out of jail. Now that's some wisdom right there. You know, and when you're grateful, you can't even think about yourself. And, you know, I'm speaking on this from real life. Like, I got 7 t-shirts from this island, 42 shot glasses, several trips to the hospital, the island hospital. But the moral of my story is, when you're grateful, it's a whole different energy about you. It's a whole different multi-dimensional levels of not giving a fuck about the dumb shit. And so, did I tell y'all this was my little jacket that I started doing my little fashion on? I just be remixing stuff. Let me see what I got. I got some patches on here. Remix. Got the little owl with the little heart, you know, just representing that we peep things, you know. The owl just be up there chilling, minding his goddamn business. Got the little number 5 representing, you know, Christ consciousness, and, you know, Chanel number 5 representing beautiful energy and aura when I passed through, you know. And it said on one side, oh, that's a good vibes. Oh, this is a good stretch right here. Yeah, we need this. Everybody get up and stretch a little bit. Like, when the last time you just honored your whole little body? I'm about to take some time. Give me a second, y'all. Join me if you like to. It's all good. Y'all, we gotta move this body. We gotta stretch it out. We gotta send it some love. We gotta be grateful for it. Even the pains, man. I know it's this back pain that I have, and I know I need to stretch more. I know what my thing is. I need to not give a fuck about a whole bunch of shit too. Hell yeah, I know what my thing is. And you ever use that energy and projectile it into the traveling. Good back stretch. Put them arms behind that them legs. Y'all can fast forward if you like. It's your world. I may or may not put the time stamp down there. I may or may not. Let it flow. I'm gonna do a whole video on fire breaths. They are pretty dope, but that's, yeah, we all better be sitting down doing some fire breaths really soon. They really help me not experience the shortness of breath, anxiety. Help me stay present, you know, in the moment. So going back to, I don't really exactly know where I was, but we'll get back there. You know, we have to nurture our inner child so good that I don't give a fuck who feels awkward when we're around. One thing I realized, you know, initially I took it personally, and that was my process. I had to go through that, you know, how people react to me and how people view me and feel about me. But I realized that the more you are traveling to be better mentally, emotionally, spiritually, when you start climbing heights and manifesting things into reality that you know, only in dreams, only in movies you see these things, people around you gon' get nervous. Just know. And I've noticed within myself previous times where I would shrink to make them feel comfortable. But now I realize, you know, on one level it's about Mighty Morphin motherfucking Power Ranger, like I don't give a fuck about, like, I'm doing me, like, but it's also about just be at peace, you know. None of that shit really matters. Everybody just act normal. You just be who you came here to be. I'm gonna be who I came here to be. We're gonna create this protective bubble around ourselves. We're not going to allow any of each other's energy to distract each other from being greater. We're gonna focus on the plan and the purpose for being here on this planet, which is to be grateful, to be open, to be free, to be free, to be free. Y'all, look, I almost, man, I was going through something in my life, and it was beautiful because it was all a part of the plan, and it forced me to do Tai Chi privately for about 6 months. Everybody got to get them into some, not everybody, I mean, if you just want it, if you like doing things differently, try martial arts, try Tai Chi, karate, if you're more so into the physical thing of it, you know, most time I'm more so into this is where I'm at in my life. So I think, you know, next week I could be into karate or moving physically real good, you know, I probably need to get into that. I'm pretty sure that would stop my back from hurting. You know, see, the truth, it comes up. But see, the key is to match your breathing with your movement. So it's like, I'm trying to get on the right beat. So the reason why I feel like I hadn't got on social media previously to this is because I was somewhere doing this. I'm not trying to change nobody. You know, I'm here to be a light. I'm here to be a divine reflection of what being guided by ancestors and angels and spirit guides, and me honoring my highest self and not being afraid to speak, you know, or to share my light, my vulnerability, because this is being vulnerable. Like, this is you know, this is something I'm not really maybe the best at doing for myself. Yes, I'm a very, you know, on a certain level private. I'm on public, but I'm pretty, you know, you don't get to hear people's innermost thoughts unless they're ready to share. What you do see in most cases is people's inability to manage and master their emotions. We see that way more than we see people able to express themselves calmly. But that's a whole nother session too. Y'all make sure y'all typing underneath what y'all want me to talk about, because I'll go and flow and totally forget that I won't forget it. It'll just be when it's time to come back, you know. So y'all tell me what y'all want me to share more on, you know, and that'll you know, help me gauge where I should be going. But I know mastering our emotions, we have to challenge ourselves to try new things. And so I'm presenting to y'all the self-care challenge. I challenge y'all, you know, you can join the spa club if you like, but you can also do it by yourself. You know, the spa club, it's just, you know, it's levels, you know, just go with the flow. I'm just here to encourage, to empower. That's it, you know. So self-care, you know, challenge yourself to eat green or fruits and vegetables for like 5 days or 7 days, or, you know, you do it you flow free, you let it, you just go, just keep challenging, you know. You know, just challenge it. It's no pressure, no worries. I feel like we put too much pressure and worries and conditions and stigmatizations and paperwork, goddamn paperwork and signatures, you know. The spa club, I guess, just to tell y'all a little bit about, you know, I feel like my purpose for being on this planet, one of them, you know, the spa club, I created that was for me. That was for me. Hey friend, that little damn cat, the damn black and white one. I had a cat named Meow, man. My mom and my brother, they didn't like it, so I went away to Georgia for a few months. I came back, Meow was gone. Yeah, got a few different stories, never really caught up with the truth, but that's a whole nother day. Me and Meow was cool. I realized I had magical powers. Meow, so just a quick story. Meow, I would, you know, it was something magical about the cat. I didn't know. I begged my mom, can we please get a cat? I don't know why I like it, but I realized I have that feline energy, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a feminine feline, beautiful energy. So got the cat. Cat started rebelling tough, man. It's like below zero, like right before I gotta go to school, an hour and a half before. He want to pee on my coat, and maybe he was angry, you know, at me. I don't know, maybe, could be. But let me tell you about our relationship. Like, he was, I don't know, maybe he just was playing too many practical jokes that season of his life, but that was doing too much. But anyway, so Meow would, you know, my mom would let him out and like hope he'd run away or whatever. And so I went to the window. I would go to the window or in the backyard. And in Chicago, it's like an alley. The back of a house. When you're in the back of your house, it's an alley. The back of someone else's house. Then you can see their street, and then you can see the front of someone else's house, and then you can see, you know, if you're standing in a certain position. What happened was, I'm pretty sure what I need to take out of my food regimen, I had some starches yesterday, some bread. I think it was like some type of dough, but it wasn't wheat. But anyway, a whole nother day. Listen to your body. It's trying to tell you something. Message is trying to tell you something really deep, really important. We got to listen to it. So I would go to the backyard or stand at the window on my second floor of my house, basement, second floor, third floor, and I would be able to get a more heightened view of the neighborhoods and the forward neighborhoods in back of my home. And so I would go to the window and I say, meow, meow, and you would see Meow come from like 17 blocks, like jumping fence, crawling under, like it was like really, really interesting. And like, I don't know how to explain it. That shit was dope. Like, I've always known on some level, and I feel like I allow people to, you know, steal me, loving myself from me. I don't know how that happens, but I gave it up. Let me take full responsibility. I gave it away, but I went to go get it back because it's mine, and I want it. Thank you. And so Meow will come from blocks and miles, you know, to eons to come back to me. Like, I don't know, like that shit is super dope. Like, can't nobody tell you nothing if you do that, you know? And so we have to go back to remembering like who we are, like how amazing we are, how dope we are. Like, we spend so much time, you know, and not me, but I experience and I see him. Even if this person is my enemy, which you have no enemies except yourself, I see this, you know, us as a people, you know, being so hard and condemning and so hard and so critical, and not even constructive critical. It's just downright demonic. You know it, and I know it, and you know it. But we're going to go back to the point. The point is, honor your higher self. Honor and love yourself internally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So much so that it don't matter what a motherfucker say about you. You know who you are. You have mastered, like you've went into your dungeon and nobody can move you except the thunder of the Lord, you know. We got to know who we are unapologetically. You know, and it's not about being cocky, you know. I've been telling certain beautiful energies, you ain't got to explain that shit to me. That's what I've been trying to say. Be unapologetic in that shit. Challenge. Self-love challenge.